Coming up, you're going to discover the 4-step process to scaling a growth channel. Stay tuned. What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com. I know the little intro still says .co, but we got both, so you can go either or. And for those who are new to the channel, welcome. This is the YouTube channel where you'll discover a lot of great tips to growing, to monetizing, to retaining your app users. And today, this is an excerpt, a summary, so a little clip from our virtual summit that we just concluded. By the time you are watching this, we had 11 actually, it was a bonus, hint, 11 amazing speakers to share with you their expertise on, guess the 3 things: growth, monetization, and retention as well. Today, I've got a phenomenal guest speaker. His name is Shoji Ueki, and he runs growth. He's the, let me figure it out, Senior Director of Growth Marketing at SeatGeek. Great app that allows you to buy event tickets, sporting tickets, concerts. So great app. They've done some tremendous work, and he really breaks down his 4-step process to scaling up a growth channel. So once you find something that really works, how do you scale that up so that it doesn't have diminishing returns? And he breaks it down into a great 4-step process that you are going to hear about right now. Well, on the note of, finding that new channel, figuring out that it works, how do you go about scaling it? And I talked to a few people on the summit, like, this is the hardest part, especially with influencer marketing. It's really hard to scale because it's one-on-one, a lot of interactions, a lot of back and forth, and like intimate, and you can hire an agency, but that doesn't really, it's way better to have that one-on-one interaction. So how do you go about scaling a new channel?
Yeah. It's interesting because at a lot of companies I've worked at, obviously you always want to kind of grow and scale every channel faster. And there have been times when, say growth might be a little bit slow one month, and then, you have executives coming and say, like, we need to grow faster, like, go do it type of thing. Right. And it's great. It's like definitely everybody wants to do that. But growing faster is not really a strategy in and of itself, right? And so it's obviously important to understand like how you're going to make that happen, and kind of what actions like we can take, right, that are going to drive that growth. I guess conceptually, I like to sort of break it down into different kind of growth levers for a given channel. So if you think about a paid channel, for example, this is kind of my own thing, but I like to think about it in like 4 different major levers, right? The first one is basically like full coverage. And what I mean by this for something like paid search is, we might be on Google right now and, advertising on a specific set of keywords, right? But obviously if we are there, every time anybody is searching for anything that indicates interest in any live event that we're selling, like we want to be there all those times, right? So that means, are we on every platform that they could be searching for it, right? Obviously, Google, Bing, Yahoo, like voice, whatever it is, right? Are we maximizing kind of keyword opportunities? Are we there as soon as that interest starts to become available, right? One big thing for kind of live event ticketing is that something might have 0 interest, and then overnight there's a ton of interest, right? Like Beyonce announces a new tour. Right. Nobody cared the day before, and now like everybody wants in on that. So making sure that we have really just full coverage of all of that interest. The second one is I kind of call like an optimized funnel, right? So, obviously on the advertising side, this means kind of optimized creative and copy and doing a lot of testing on that. And then, but equally important is on the product side as well, right? So once they click on that ad and, open the app or hit your website, making sure that that experience is really optimized and, you're maximizing conversion rate. And then ensuring that kind of the ad part of it and the product part of it are kind of in sync as well. right? That whatever you're trying to sell with the ad, like that's what they're seeing when they land on your app as well.
I see.
So, this, we're just kind of constant testing, kind of iteration, both on our product and also on within our creative and our ads. The third lever is kind of called like max like efficiency. And a lot of this is ensuring that, we're always paying the right amount for every given user, right? So we're always, obviously that we're staying within our payback targets overall that we talked about earlier, but that for any given, say, impression, ideally, right, that you're paying exactly the right amount, right? So that you're not like overpaying in some cases and underpaying in other cases. This is kind of a big thing for us on the paid search side right now, of just trying to get much better at bidding, right? And knowing exactly how much to pay for a given user every single time, because it just changes so much from a day-to-day basis. For example, if, the Yankees are playing at home over the next week versus if they only have away games over the next week, impacts conversion rates like crazy because people the last minute. So kind of there's that piece. And then the last piece is, just really having competitive economics. When I was in gaming, we were going up against so many other games that just killed it from an LTV perspective, right? They just monetize their users so well. And it was tough, right? Because they could pay so much more for these users than we could. So I think that, having strong margins or LTVs or whatever you want to call it, it can be a real competitive advantage. So, kind of focusing on that end as well.
I love it.
And so, for each of those kind of 4 components, if you're kind of focusing on each of those, then, over time, it hopefully leads to growth.
Yeah. So full coverage, optimize funnel, maximize efficiency, make sure. And then the last part was
your competitive economics.
Right. I love that. All right, guys, that was amazing. Look, if you want the full interview along with all the 11 App Masters Summit videos, go check out appmastersacademy.com, appmastersacademy.com. We got some amazing new things in that academy. For those who are watching right now, we just opened up. Now, if you aren't familiar with everything that I've got going on, we just opened up the App Masters Elite Mastermind. And you can only get access to this Elite Mastermind with 80 members with over 80 million downloads combined. It's an exclusive mastermind that I've been running for 5+ years. If you want access to this community, you can only get it through App Masters Academy. And then obviously you have to qualify to make it to the Elite Mastermind. So it is now part of the App Masters Academy, but only if you qualify. Because what I found out is there's some really awesome entrepreneurs that have found tremendous success in the App Masters Academy. And I want to build a community out of it anyways. And I was like, hey, I already have a community with some awesome app entrepreneurs. Why don't I just combine the two? And so that's what I've done. So go check out App Masters Academy. It has all our courses, the entire playbook that we use for our clients, from ASO, App Store features, to all the different growth hacks out there, influencer marketing, along with all these summit videos that you have been watching, hopefully, through the YouTube channel. If not, check out all those summaries, because I have taken the best from all the summit interviews and put them on YouTube for you. So make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment. I'm trying to do a better job of making sure I go in the comments. But until then, I think that's it, right? Just subscribe. I'm trying to hit to 4,000 now. Isn't that crazy? All right, hit subscribe and I will see you on the next video. Bye.